Hey you guys, it's Shawn here, coming back with a deck profile of my virtual world top two, second place finishing regional deck list from this weekend's Plymouth meeting, Philadelphia area regional. My record was 7-1. I only lost to the undefeated playing Cashtira. This deck was Virtual World today, featuring Christia and Spell Canceller. Let me get on with the list and I'll go into some explanations. So, first we have 3 Lulu. You guys should already know what these things do by now, so I'm not going to bother explaining each one. We have 3 GG. We have 3 Lily. We have 3 Lolo. 1 Otohime Tautau. And 1 Nanan. The Tautau helps with bridging certain plays and helps enable starts. And also combos well with the hand traps we're running, which will be the 3 Gammas. So there's a lot of psychics and worms for Tautau to play off of. And then we have an adventure package. We have 2 Priestess or Enchantress. We have 1 Griffin. 2 Rite of Aramseer, 1 Faithful, and where is it? The 1 Draco back. Seeing as though we can start this package through the use of our extra deck in Beatrice, we don't really need to play as many. We want to see more Virtual World than we do adventure package, but you do at least want to have 1 or 2 of these. Now, depending on whether you open with 1 of these cards also helps dictate the end board that you make. Let me put this up here. Continuing on with the rest of, actually, let's go with the last monsters. And then we have the stars. The Spell Canceller and the Archlord Christia. These are, if you draw these are discards or Beatrice drops. And a combo usually ends on Barone or a double Barone. So we'll combine the Beatrice and send 1 of these to the graveyard during standby phase. Special summon 1, if not both, from the graveyard with 1 or 2 Barones. Then we have the rest of the Virtual World cards. Let me just go into these real quick. We only playing 2 King Longs because we're not running Desires, so we don't want to see this or have this as a brick or too many copies in our hand. And then we played 3 Dark Ruler No More in the main. This can be swapped in and out with Book of Eclipse. I just went with the Dark Ruler today because this deck does not mind going second. It's actually rather built to go second, with the added benefit of if we go first, you should just be winning. If you draw this, you just discard it. And we played 2 emergency teleports. We only played 2 because this is not necessarily a self-starter for this deck. So having 3 in your hand or 2 in your hand doesn't really do anything for you. So you just want to use this as to create a target for your Virtual World cards. Then we played the 2 Foolishes, Foolish Burial Goods for Virtual World spell and traps, and for dumping one of the pieces I have in my side deck, the Usual Friendship or the Unity. And then I have Foolish Burial for dumping the Enchantress or Tao to the graveyard. Or using this as a method of getting the Christia or Spell Canceller in the graveyard. And then we have Call by the Grave, get rid of those hand traps. And then topping it off with 3 Pot of Prosperities. We went with Prosperity today over Desires because we want to see specific pieces. We want to create the same board over and over again. So this helps me look for whatever it is that I'm missing. That's now on to the extra deck. We have 1 Stardust Charge Warrior, 1 Coral Dragon, 1 Jewy, 1 FA Dawn Dragster, Crystal Wing, Shin, 2 Baronne de Fleur, 1 Geomath Mac Final Sigma, and 1 Ultimate Vulcan. Now for the Exceeds, 1 M7, 1 Utopia Beyond, the MVP, Beatrice, 1 Gaia Dragon, and 1 Divine Arsenal AA Sky Thunder Zeus. That rounds out the Exceeds. On to the side, we have 3 Ghost Sisters, Spooky Dogwood, 1 Volcanic Skater Shot, 1 Lava Golem, 3 Book of Eclipse, and these are going second cards. Our going first package, Unity, Usual Friendship, Judgment of the Pharaoh, 3 copies, and 2 copies of Trap Trick. Now, with the Judgment of the Pharaoh package, what's required to make this work is creating 2 level 6s to go into a Beatrice. Use Beatrice effect. You send 1 of the 2, or you send 1 during your turn and 1 during their turn. And you get to choose an effect from Judgment of the Pharaoh, which states your if Usual Friendship is in the graveyard until the end of this turn, your opponent cannot normal summon, set, flip summon, or special summon a monster, or activate an effect monster's effect while this monster's effect and their monster effects are negated. And if Unity is in the graveyard until the end of the turn, negate the effects of all spell and trap cards on your opponent's side of the field, and your opponent cannot activate or set spell and trap cards. So this is just an overall blowout. And the end boards for this deck usually go a route where you have your Griffin, your token. You use those to create your 2 Barones. And during the combo line, you create the Beatrice. Now, the Beatrice, during game 1s, will send the Spell Canceller to the graveyard. And then on standby phase, you use Baronne de Fleur's effect tag out, create the spell canceller. Then you detach the second material and send Archilord Christia to the graveyard. Use second bronze effect, tag out, summon Archilord Christia. You usually will have some type of recursion or follow-up play with a Lulu in your hand, or I've even done plays where I've had these in my hand. I can discard it off the engine and bring it back and set it up this way. It's pretty easy to set up once you get it going. But yeah, that's the main strategy of the deck. And my matchups were 3 Kashtira, 2 Branded Despia, 2 Flowundereeze, and 1 Runic Sprite.